Howdy, partner. Oh, sorry. Today I am talking to you and teaching you how to build a sales funnel in ConvertKit. Now, it is no secret that ConvertKit is one of my very favorite systems. It is my favorite email marketing system. It is all these things wrapped into one, and it has this amazing reputation for being this amazing system. But the biggest question I get from people when they're looking into ConvertKit or they're thinking about starting on ConvertKit is, I don't understand how to build a funnel on it. Now, I will say that it's not super visual as far as that step 1 goes to step 2, goes to step 3, etc. But it is very easy to build a sales funnel in ConvertKit, very easy. So if you're looking to build sales funnels and you just don't know where to start, and you can't afford big programs like Ontraport and Infusionsoft and all the things, then you're probably like, oh, I can't build sales funnels, I don't know how. No, that's not true. You totally can, and I'm going to teach you how to do it in ConvertKit because it's crazy easy. Now, everything I'm showing you in ConvertKit could likely be modified and used in other programs like MailChimp or aweber or whatever. You just might have to modify the way that you lay things out. And in MailChimp, they don't make it super easy to do this at all, but with some workarounds, you can probably accomplish it. But to be honest, you should probably just buy ConvertKit because it's amazing. Okay, so enough of me chatting. Let's get into it and let me show you how to build out a sales funnel in ConvertKit.
So once you're in ConvertKit, you'll go build a form for whatever freebie you're sending people to. You can go ahead and build a landing page straight on ConvertKit, or you can build out a form that you'll put on your own website. But remember, so if you refer back to the other videos I've done for sales funnels and what sales funnels are and what goes into them, this is the first step. This is the free thing that you are offering that get people into the top of your sales funnel. So let's just say we're going to create a form to go on our website, and we're just going to create a blank form. So this way I can just have first name, email address, and subscribe on my website somewhere for them to get a really cool free thing. From there, you'll just go into your settings and you'll tell it whether you want it to redirect to another page on successful subscription, etc., etc. You can also turn off double opt-in, whatever you want to do there. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to actually have some emails that start going out to them, which would be your nurture sequence and your actual funnel after they subscribe. So right here, you'll go to sequences. I will just create a new sequence. New test sequence sales funnel. Now, once you do this, it'll come up with just some templated email things here, but you can add as many emails as you want to. You'll just hit add email and all of that. You'll make sure you change all of their status to published, and make sure you change how long it delays sending by. So you could say, this is their first email, I want it published, and it needs to send immediately. And maybe this is the first email they get. Hey, thank you for signing up for this really cool free thing, blah, 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 blah. And then maybe you want them to get another email in 1 day. That's how you do that. And then maybe you want them to get another email in 4 days after this one. That's how you do that. Now, I want to show you a couple of features here that will make building sales funnels super, super easy and seamless for you. So let's say you have all of these emails and you go from introduction through a nurture sequence all the way down to, hey, do you want to buy this really cool thing I have? Maybe you want to make sure that people who actually buy don't get follow-up emails like, hey, you haven't bought my thing, you should really buy my thing, when they actually have bought your thing. You can add filters to specific emails. So let's say this email was something that was asking for the purchase, but someone had already purchased this thing you were asking them to purchase. So you don't want to send them this email again. You can hit add a filter, and you can add a filter group. Now, I haven't created this, but you would actually have to go into your subscribers and create a tag or something that allows you to filter them. So basically you would say, like, if they were tagged with X, Y, or Z customer, don't show them this email. So they would never be sent this email, even though it's in your funnel. Another thing here would be if you wanted to send maybe 3 emails that were part of a nurture sequence, but you didn't want people to go through those emails if they had already seen them before. Same thing. You would just tell it not to send those 3 emails to people tagged with a certain thing. So you'll need to go into your subscribers and tag them first, or have some type of automation set up that tags them. Now, you can also go into your settings inside of each sequence and tell it what time each one needs to send each day. And you can actually like uncheck some days. Like if you don't want them to go out on Sunday, it'll just skip Sunday and not count it as one of your days. So if you had 4 days between each one and one of those was, in the 4th day was supposed to be Sunday, it wouldn't let it go out on that day. You can also exclude tags or sequences or segments or forms or whatever from getting this entire sequence. So if this whole sequence was your, nurture sequence and you didn't want people to get it, you could totally go in and say, hey, don't send it to anybody tagged with X, Y, or Z tag. Another thing I want to show you are automations. So because we've talked about how sales funnels need a, hey, thank you for subscribing, and then they also need like a nurture sequence, and then they also need a nurture to the sales sequence. You might want to have the same nurture sequence for every single sales funnel you have. So you would set up your own sequence in here, and then you would kind of flop things back and forth. So in your automations, you might say, when someone subscribes or when someone completes a sequence and they're going to complete new test sequence, I could say subscribe them to another sequence, and I might have nurture sequence here, right? And then I could say, and then once they've completed the nurture sequence, add them to another sequence. So you can do things like that in your automations. Now, we went ahead and created our sequence, so we actually want to go back to our form and make sure that form is tied to our sequence. So go in to get the form, go to settings, and now just make sure it is tied to the sequence and make it mandatory for everyone who joins to go through it. So now what you've done is you've created a form that people will subscribe to something for free on. Then you've let them go into a sequence of emails that will eventually sell to them. So that's basically all there is to creating a sales funnel in ConvertKit. And you can use automations and multiple sequences and tags to make it a little more complicated or intricate.
How amazing is that? How are you going to use this in your business? Let me know in the comments below. How are you going to use sales funnels, and specifically if you're using ConvertKit, how are you going to use this tutorial you just watched in your business? Are you super excited to take it and implement it and actually make a funnel? You should be, because sales funnels are amazing and all the things. Okay, so hit the red subscribe button. I want you coming back all the time. I don't create these tutorials for nothing.